Hello everyone, we're the Spiffy Needle Geeks.
Oh my god, a Microsoft game.
My worst enemy. Anyway, welcome to one of my personal favorite games. Well, I say one of the few installments in this series of games. Halo, starting with Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. Okay, I completely worded that wrong, so allow me to clarify a little something before we begin this playthrough. I love the Halo franchise in general, but I can't say Halo Combat Evolved is my personal favorite Halo game in the entire series. Why? Well, I'll give out my reasons during certain parts of the playthrough, and when we're going through the credits sequence. So, yeah, just throwing that out there.
So I guess, what's exactly the difference between the original and the anniversaries? Like, is it just an HD port, or did they add some things to it? Like, what?
They added new, they added another team. I think it was called a Saber Eye. I think that's what his name was. Yeah, it's a company that added, like, a new, they added new graphics over the original.
Okay.
And that's actually something you can do in the game. So you can switch from the newer ones to the older ones, but this game we're just gonna go with the newer graphics because, it looks prettier.
Okay.
But now, just like BioShock, we gotta make this playthrough, like, nothing too fancy or anything, so we're just gonna start with normal.
Okay.
Yeah. So as I was saying, we're gonna be doing this on Heroic, because, obviously we're gonna be, playing as the main hero, and, we gotta end this game on a more heroic note, so, it makes sense, right?
What the fuck was up with that jump?
Don't lie to yourself. Just like in part 1 of BioShock, you were gonna call me a scrub. I know you were!
Oh yeah! Yeah, there we go. Medium, good enough. We're just gonna do normal difficulty and everything. We're not doing anything fancy or anything.
Grab.
I know your game.
I didn't even remember. Whatever. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, but
don't lie to yourself.
BJ riffs on everybody for every little thing, so it's probably no surprise that he doesn't remember.
Now, as you clearly saw near the beginning of this video, this is actually the Xbox One version from the Master Chief Collection. Hence, why you can see not just Halo Combat Evolved, but also Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4. So this intro you're seeing right now, this is actually exclusive to the when it was first shown on the Xbox 360 version.
Okay. Well, because that's the thing, I actually in the past did own an Xbox. And pretty much
St. John.
And pretty much the whole reason why I owned an Xbox is because everybody was telling me, you gotta play Halo, this game is amazing. And it's but I don't have the system for it. Buy the system and get the game. And it's this is where, you wonder where my whole attitude of where, okay, I'll buy a system, but I'm gonna wait for multiple games that I want to come out before I get it. Yeah, you can pretty much thank Halo for that one, just because there really wasn't any other games or anything on the Xbox that, I really even got, except for Halo. And it was well, that was a waste of hundreds of dollars for one fucking game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I liked Halo enough. I mean, again, it wasn't it wasn't a first-person shooter that got me into the genre, as I explained back in my BioShock Let's Play, but, it wasn't too bad.
Okay. But anyway, here we are on the Pillar of Autumn, which is the name of the ship that we're on, and this is, one of the important characters in here, Captain Keyes.
As for tracking us all the way from Reach, at light speed my maneuvering options were limited.
Now to some people it may be a bit hard to it may be hard to understand what exactly is going on, because this is actually taking place some moments after the prequel Halo Reach, which is a game that a lot of people wouldn't really know about until fall of 2010. So So say if you were playing this like in the early 2000s and whatnot, you would think, oh, okay, so this random ship with these random Marines and whatnot, they're escaping from this random alien race for whatever reason.
This was the same exact intro that they had in the original, right?
Yeah. This is all exactly how it is in the original. Like I said, the only difference is that they added a major graphics change.
Oh gosh, Cortana, the first holographic character that most every teenage boy yanked off to for the first time in their life.
You know, funny you should mention that. Actually, I'll probably have to bring this up earlier, but there was a legitimate reason why they made Cortana naked.
Was she really naked? I figured just because she was a hologram, like they kind of just gave her a figure, but they didn't really feel the need to give her clothing. I mean,
that's what I pretty much thought that when I first played it too. But you know, everyone was was thinking, oh my god, she's naked because she has tits.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like
hold on.
I love this guy.
Yes, hello to one of my favorite Halo characters, Sergeant Johnson.
Man, here's where we show those split-chin, squid-head sons of bitches that they could not have picked a worse enemy than the human race. We are going to blow the hell out of those dumb bugs until we don't have anything left to shoot them with. And then we are going to strangle them with their own living guts.
Why are his lips so puckered up?
Am I right, Marie?
Well, I mean, oh my god. God, I love you, Sergeant Johnson. You know, fun fact, depending on what difficulty you're playing, this is a little tradition they have when, like, Halos 1, 2, and 3. Depending on what difficulty you play it in, he'll have a different monologue.
really.
So yeah, that's his monologue that's only exclusive on Heroic.
Huh.
And it gets more badass the harder you play it on.
Oh, jeez.
Also, funny thing about Sergeant Johnson's voice actor.
Okay. Bringing low-level systems online.
Oh my god. I actually found out about this rather recently, but you would not believe who this guy also... I forgot what his name was. I'll have future me put his name, like, as a little subtitle or whatever. Ding! Thank you. Anyway, so this guy... Oh my god. Alright, Danny, what other character do you think has the same voice as Sergeant Johnson?
Every other black guy.
What the fuck kind of question is that?
I mean, it's like,
okay.
you know, it's not, that's the thing, it's like, I can't really tell it apart. It's like, you know, whenever you think, like, you know, okay, we're gonna have, you know, a black guy in the military and he talks tough and everything, that's pretty much the voice that they always
okay,
stick
alright,
with.
you know what, I may have just worded it wrong, but it's like,
Okay, sir, go ahead and climb out.
the same guy who voices Sergeant Johnson also voices, smooth. Keep it smooth, baby.
Are you fucking serious?
What?
Are you serious?
Yes, you heard it here, folks. The guy who voices Sergeant Johnson also voices Dimitri, Rajan, Sir Raleigh the Frog, and Sly Cooper.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
After this, I'm going to do one of two things. Either draw Dimitri in Sergeant Johnson's clothing, or draw Sergeant Johnson in Dimitri's clothing. Your choice.
Oh my god.
Oh my... Oh yeah, I was stoked when I found out about that. Yeah, and it's like with the voice that Sergeant Johnson has, like, who would have thought that same voice also would be, like, you know, a freaking fashion sense chameleon or lizard or whatever the fuck.
Also, it's might as well have some context here. Danny's actually played all the Sly games now, so that's how she actually knew who Dimitri was at this point.
Yeah. At this point, like, yeah, you know, I know we had said, after Ryan's, Let's Play, you know, when I said I gotta rectify it, but god damn it, I did! I've completed 1 through 3. I'm actually in the middle of Sly 4, but I actually had to put Sly 4 on pause because I had to, you know, re-record Eternal Sonata. So, you know,
Right.
so I'll be getting back to Sly 4 fairly soon.
Oh, okay.
And yep, I remember all of this.
Well, actually, apparently, and I don't remember if this is also in the original Xbox 360 version of Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, but I think if you were to play it on like Heroic or Legendary, it skips its entire tutorial process, because I can only imagine at this point the game is basically like, oh, okay, so you're playing a higher difficulty, so clearly you've already played through this game. Okay, we won't have you go through this.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Did like Heroic and Legendary, like, was this one of those games where it starts off with like, easier normal difficulty, but once you've beaten the game once, then it unlocks the harder ones?
I don't believe so.
He's dead.
I think
Ooh.
Yeah. Should have watched where he was going. Anyway, I think it's basically when you first start the game, you're already, and someone could correct me if I'm wrong on this, I believe, yeah, as soon as you start out the game, you already have the option to play it on either Heroic or Legendary.
Okay.
But yeah, for each start of like whenever I first started like playing a new Halo game or whatnot, yeah, I would already go ahead and just start on normal, just so I could get a feel on what to expect when going through each of the levels.
Give me your gun.
And then from the yeah, I was like, dude, it's like, oh my god, watch where you're shooting.
I gotta say, it's like, yeah, from what I remembered back in the day when I played Halo on the original Xbox and everything, I mean, it's like, this like frame rate, this is really smooth. Like,
well, actually, here's the thing. In the Xbox, keep in mind, this is a game that was before the Xbox One. This is originally released on the 360, and obviously the 360 was only able to run at about 30 frames per second for this game. So once they ported over to the Xbox One, that's when they were able to bump the gameplay itself to 60 frames per second. Unfortunately, though, the character movements and the cutscenes, they still remain at 30 frames per second. And it makes it even a bit more jarring, because it's like, okay, the character movements themselves, they're still at 30 frames per second, but throughout the game, you'll see, like, other visual effects, like, I don't know, like flames from an explosion or sparks and whatnot. Those will run at 60 frames per second. So you'll be seeing these 60 frames per second special effects going on in the background or whatever, and then you're watching these character movements right in front of them at 30 frames per second. So it's like, okay, this is a bit jarring.
yeah, because I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, you can just see it, like, just with, with the commander here talking and everything, but then it's like, yeah, compare that to when Master Chief was running.
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, that's kind of weird. It's like, yeah, why wouldn't they make that, like, a consistent thing? I mean, unless that would have been too much for the console to handle. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Wait, hold on. If I was reading those subtitles correctly, they're afraid that they're gonna capture Cortana so they can get all the information out of her. Do the Covenant even read English or speak English?
Excellent work.
It has been established in future games that, yeah, they can in fact speak English.
Can they read it and understand it though?
Yes.
Yes.
Because here's the thing: in the first game, like, it pretty much kind of gives the impression like, oh, these are just mindless aliens. It actually wasn't until like Halo 2 when you start seeing that the Covenant, they actually have like even like a social hierarchy.
Well, I know about that, but like I was more so wondering if they can understand it. All right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I imagine so. Like, just starting from Halo 2, you don't really get that at all in this one.
Oh, by the way, thanks for the unloaded pistol.
And I remember this part so fluidly. Like, if you actually go back and kill Captain Keyes, like the room locks down on you, and everyone in the room like becomes really. All right, really hard.
Well, look at this billboard. This is. Get ready for the most stupidest Easter egg ever.
Troll face.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Joseph Joestar.
Actually, that's Jotaro Kujo.
I don't know.
Alright, so anyway, well, so there's no ammo in it, so I might as well just try to beat the crap out of them, and oh god! Wait, what? Wait! The fuck? Wait a minute. Wait, this gun had ammo? But, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I don't recall picking up any pistol ammo anywhere. Wait, did I miss something? Wait, was it over here? Was it, like, over there? No, wait a minute. There's nothing here. There's no packs of pistol ammo. Wait. Hey! Captain! Captain! Oh, there you are. Hey, Captain. Your pistol was loaded this whole time. You lied to me.
Shit.
Okay, so when that's done, you just go ahead, go to this door, and you're now introduced to the assault rifle. Basically, the second most used gun in the game. So, in this particular case, since you now have the pistol and the assault rifle, I recommend using the pistols with the little guys, which are the grunts. And for bigger enemies like the elites, use the assault rifle, because it takes them out much quicker. And you'll use more pistol ammo when you use them against the elites, as opposed to using them with the grunts.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, because I remember, like, I don't think I really used the pistol all that often. Like, once I started getting, like, some of the other weapons, the pistol kind of falls on the back burner. At least for me it does. I mean, I guess maybe that's just my habits and stuff. Because I mean, even in you saw, even when I was playing BioShock and everything, you know, even though you got a pistol early on, it was like once I started getting once I got the shotgun and you get the machine gun and everything, once I started getting all those other weapons, the measly, who gives a shit about the measly little pistol,
Oh, trust me. You have no idea how OP the Halo 1 pistol is. I mean, it may not look like much, but trust me, the pistol is OP as fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, just wait until you see how I use that against much bigger enemies compared to the elites.
Okay. And then I guess while we're also talking and everything, it's like yeah, I see, you can also throw grenades, which is, good for, in these hallways and everything, kind of like what you did there. And then, I don't remember if Halo started this, I doubt it did, but, yeah, if you manage to sneak up on, a Covenant, from behind and, just, boot them in the back of the head with your gun, that's an instant kill.
Yeah. It was actually shown, earlier when we were, coming up against an elite trying to kill off a couple of Marine soldiers, and I was able to hit him in the back. Yeah, that's an instant assassination, if you will.
Yeah, I don't know if Halo started that whole thing. I kind of doubt it did. I'm sure there's other first-person shooters that had similar mechanics where it's you just boot them in the back of the head and that counts as an instant death.
It might have.
I don't know. Someone in the audience probably knows.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they also use that same mechanic as well.
I love how the grunts just run away cowering in fear when they're all alone.
Oh, the grunts have some of the funniest dialogue in this game. If you actually listen to them, I think in this game, the grunts are one of the few, if not the only Covenant enemies that actually do speak English. And they're saying, and when they're running and stuff, they'll say things no, enemies! They start screaming in English.
I love it more when you play as Arbiter in Halo 2, and they go my hero!
Yeah.
We make fire? Sing songs? Slowly in the wind, our little Arbiter!
It's the grunts are you cannot help but laugh at their incompetence. It's the elites are okay, they're actually semi-threatening. The grunts, not so much. And the shields.
Yeah.
Yes.
Funny thing about, actually, speaking of shields, we actually ran into one of these earlier, but this is one of the two power-ups that you can pick up, an overshield, which essentially just gives you, 2 more bars of extra shield.
Okay. Are those permanent or are they temporary?
They're permanent until enemies shoot you enough to pretty much deplete the overshield.
Boom.
Yeah. However, in starting from Halo 2, if you pick up an overshield, yeah, the overshields do deplete over time. But in this game, yeah, overshields are here to stay.
Oh, nice.
Explosions everywhere.
Oh, you know what? I'm really glad you brought that up, BJ. This is one thing that can screw you over if you are not careful enough. When it comes to grenades, this game has a really huge habit of causing chain reactions when it comes to grenade explosions.
I love it.
So if you ever throw a grenade, get a really far distance, because you never know if you throw a grenade at an enemy, it blows up, and right behind it are like a few other plasma grenades. Trust me, it can screw you over.
It's like, nice shooting, Tex.
Headshotting. That's one of my favorite things to do when having the pistol. Just trying to see if I could just like headshot the grunts.
Well, I mean, that's like usually, even like when we play like Halo or like Mass Effect. Like in Mass Effect, one of my favorite classes to play is actually the snipers.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, Team Fortress 2, I mostly play medic, but I would say, like, probably my second class I played was the sniper. Like, I genuinely like playing as sniper roles. I admit I'm not that great at them, but, I'm not the best sniper or anything, but I think that's a fun class. So that's like, if there's ever an opportunity in a game where, you can be a sniper, a lot of times I'll end up taking that.
Yeah, If I ever have the chance to try to use a sniper rifle or anything like that, I'll give it a shot. But yeah, honestly, in games like this, I'm the kind of guy who just goes in there, guns blazing, and just killing everything in sight.
Yeah.
Look at that spy over there.
God damn it! What?
That elite
So
was
yeah,
trying
the
to be a
Covenant
spy.
was trying to shoot. Yeah, he was trying to shoot you from behind.
Yeah, well, actually...
he's actually trying to be
half
competent.
the time, I keep forgetting there's always an elite hiding behind that Covenant shield. So yeah, that was a bit of a dirt moment on my part.
Alpha through November. Pull out the nearest evac stations.
We have to use the ship's maintenance access ways.
Alright, great. Open the door.
Yeah, really.
Open the door. Do it. Thank you. Okay.
I love how Master
God.
Chief just like, I love how Master Chief just does this like random little twirl with the gun.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, he's like, I know how to use a gun.
They call me Master Chief for a
Oh, that
reason.
poor little grunt never knew what would hit him.
Oh, another thing to point out, and this is a bit of a difference between lower difficulties and higher ones. What was it? Well, actually, I thought we saw one, but I guess not. You're gonna be seeing a oh, okay, we just passed a dead corpse a bit. That's an elite with red armor, essentially. Oh yeah, there's some over there. Yeah, you're gonna be running into more of those kind of elites in heroic as opposed to normal, where in normal those kind of elites are rare to come across, and essentially, depending on what kind of armor an elite is wearing, represents how tough that elite is.
Okay.
So it's like we have the standard blue armored elites, which are like, well, obviously they're standard and they're not that big of a deal unless you deal with a bunch of them. Elites with red armor, yeah, they move around a lot more, and their plasma rifles, for whatever reason, pack more of a
Nailed that
punch.
guy straight in the dick. Asshole.
Wait, Grunts had one of those? Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's like that one South Park episode. It's like, Butters, no, you don't shoot a guy in the dick.
And actually, going back to like the kind of elites you can run into, it's like I believe there are just two more higher ranks of elites, and the third one, when we get to it, he's more known for like just charging at you with swords, and there's like an elite with a much like darker armor on it, like a dark gray, I suppose. Yeah, that's essentially like the hardest, the most hardest and annoying kind of elite you could come across. But yeah, like I said, we'll get around to those when we get to them.
And see, yeah, it's like the elites, honestly, in my opinion, even with like the differences and everything, the elites never really bothered me all that often. I mean, there is a brand of Covenant enemies that always gave me a hard time, but it sure as hell wasn't the elites.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the standard ones, it's like, okay, they're no problem at all. Like, the red elites, I mean, okay, they're a bit tricky, so it's like yeah, they can be tricky at times, so at some point, it's like, okay, I can take care of... Oh, actually, now that I think about it,
Oh,
this is the part.
grunties.
This is the last part of the level. This is where they're supposedly introducing me to how to use grenades. But seeing as how I've already been introduced to the plasma grenades, that kind of already beats the point of that. So
Yeah, really. It's like a grenade. A grenade is not that hard. You throw it at a guy, they blow up.
unless if you throw it at like 5 other grenades on the floor, then you'll probably end up dying in the explosion.
More before it launches.
Chain reactions.
There we go.
Now would be
What the fuck was up with that guy? Like, I can't make it. I tripped.
Oh my god, it reminds me of this old Flash animation of Halo. Oh god. And it was like, Master Chief gets into the escape pod and one soldier is like running towards it. Master Chief was like, hold it, we got one more to go. Come on, you can do it, you're almost here, come on, move, move, move! And then right when the soldier's about to enter the escape pod, he closes the door on him.
Well,
Oh my god, I cracked myself up. I love doing that.
I knew it. The autumn's accelerating. In case
Another thing that kind of was jarring me a bit when it came to I don't know if it's like Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary in general or if it's just this part of it. But for whatever reason, at times I kind of felt like the music was like overpowering the voice acting in a way. Which, yeah, like I said, I don't remember if that was a thing in the original, not the original, the Xbox 360 version. But I guess now I think about it, at this point, it shouldn't really matter too much since there are subtitles.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The soundtrack in the Halos, very good. I mean, it's like, it's kind of like a weird thing to say, like, with, like, because usually with, like, first-person shooters, you're never really thinking of the soundtrack. But Halo has got a really kick-ass soundtrack. But it's like, despite how good it may be, it's like, yeah, don't be overpowering. We want to hear everybody flipping out before they die.
Oh, actually, one last thing before we end this off here. Now that I think about it, in Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, they did go out of their way to, also make a remastered soundtrack. So, pretty much every track that we hear in the original has been remastered, and it sounds so much better. Unfortunately, I think I may have accidentally left it on, like, the original music you expect to see on the original Xbox version of Halo Combat Evolved.
Okay.
I think you'll probably hear, like, newer a glimpse of the newer tracks once we get to the credits. But anyway, with that, that wraps things up with the Pillar of Autumn. So join us next time as we explore the Halo ring.
bye.
What was that?